What's going on, guys? It's the Movie Guy here. Welcome back to my first rant video. Now, I know from Facebook and Twitter, I know many of you were watching the 2011 MTV Movie Awards, or should I call it the 2011 the Twilight Movie Awards. This was ridiculous. It's by far one of the worst MTV award shows I've ever seen since I've been watching them. And to be honest, none of them were actually that great. Paul, I don't know how you pronounce the name, Paul Sudoukis, something like that. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I thought he did a great job as a host. I really enjoyed his monologue. Only, I mean, some of it was kind of harsh, but there were a few things he said that I really liked. Mocking out Jersey Shore and all that. And I thought the Super 8 clip was just incredible, as well as the new Harry Potter featurette or trailer, if you want to call it, that they showed was pretty epic. But those were the only good things about this whole entire show in what 2 hours. To sum this whole thing up, Twilight, whatever Twilight was in, they won. No matter what it was. It was best kiss, best movie, uh, and everything else pretty much. And I don't understand why Twilight's got to take home every single award. There were all these other great movies that people don't really recognize, and they just suffer because Twilight wins it all because people just are obsessive over it. Now, I'll be honest with you, I do like Twilight, but I just don't understand. I just don't think it should have won every single award. I mean, there's so many other things that need to be noticed that people just don't understand. I mean, you have one of the categories was jaw-dropping moments. I know this has nothing to do with Twilight, but it had Justin Bieber in it from Never Say Never, James Franco from 127 Hours, Natalie Portman from Black Swan, Leonardo DiCaprio and Ellen Page from Inception, and I think that was the whole list. And Justin Bieber won Best Jaw Dropping Moment. I don't understand that one bit. Okay, he won that for concert footage. How is that jaw dropping? I mean, you have first of all, I personally thought James Franco should have won that because he literally cut his arm off, and then you got Natalie Portman who was literally going crazy in the movie, which I found that jaw dropping. I mean, she was literally it was insane, and the whole idea, or not the idea, but the whole dream sequence with Ellen Page first coming into the dream with Leonardo DiCaprio, that was pretty cool as well. And I don't understand how concert footage wins jaw dropping moment. I just don't understand that. It's it's like it seems like this is all rigged, and I just don't. The audience seems to think about these movies differently than like us critics or people who are really into film think of it. Like there's so much more to think about these movies than just the name itself, or you know Taylor Lautner, or what's his name, Robert Pattinson. It's really unbelievable. And what's up with Kristen Stewart winning Best Female Performance over Natalie Portman? That was Natalie Portman was over the top on that. And Kristen Stewart, honest to God, she can't act if her life depended on it. I it's oh God, this show pissed me off so much. You have no idea. What else was there? Best movie. Twilight Eclipse took that away. Going over that, there was The Social Network, which I personally think should have won because I know a lot of people. There were a lot of people that really aren't into that movie, but I see that movie as though our culture. It's something that we can all relate to. We were around when it happened, and technology has gone so far, and Facebook is so big. I really liked that movie a lot. I really enjoyed it, and I personally thought that should have won Best Movie, not Twilight Eclipse. And I'm not saying Black Swan or Inception was awful as well. Those were all terrific, but in my opinion, the Social Network should have won that Best Movie. Then there was another category, the Best Fight Scene in Twilight Eclipse. I don't know if anyone saw Twilight Eclipse. I liked it. I thought it was much better than the first two installments. But the fight scene was very weak in that scene where he said that ripped off your head or whatever. I don't remember his line. What the exact line he said, but that fight scene was not worthy enough to win an award. To be honest, it was very weak, poorly done. The effects weren't the CGI special effects were just awful during that scene, and I forgot there was what was the fight scene in that category. Amy Adams, versus the sisters was in there from The Fighter. If anyone saw that, that was pretty. I found that cool. I didn't think that should have won though. I personally wanted Joseph Gordon-Levitt or Levitt. I don't know how you pronounce his last name, with the hallway scene in Inception, because that was so well done, because they actually made a rotating drum to film that movie, or that scene, I should say, and it took so many shots to get it perfectly right. And I know they had a camera. I think it was like, I don't know exactly. I can't remember, but it was like in the ceiling, and as the drum rotated, it rotated as well, capturing the image. And I thought that was so well done, and it just because there was no CGI with that. And now you got Twilight Eclipse. I come on, this is really BS. And I'm not saying it. Kick-Ass was in there as well with I don't with Chloe versus Mark Strong. I thought that was a really, that movie was very graphic, and she really stole the whole movie with her fight scenes, especially the apartment scene, which I thought that was actually going to be one of the nominees, but it was actually the ending, the fight scene towards the end. And then you have Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson and Rupert Grint versus the Death Eaters, which was pretty cool as well. There was also the Best Kiss category, where Twilight won again. I think it was between Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart, and I think there were, I don't know, one of the categories had two Twilight nominees in it, and I just, that was really, I don't understand why, because of course it was gonna win. I don't know why it needed to throw two in, but I think Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman should have won that one because of just the whole situation they were in beforehand, and it was just I just can't. I like Twilight. I like Twilight. I will admit it. I like it, but I just don't. I'm not. I like it to a certain extent. I'm not obsessive with it. Twilight winning over everything wasn't a shock to me because it was like that last year. Only it wasn't as bad. Literally, it won everything. The best movie category, I knew it was gonna win, but like I said with the Social Network, I thought that should have won. Black Swan, it was. I'm surprised that didn't win as well. With Natalie Portman in her over top performance of her pushing herself to become the best, not not letting anything get in her way, focused on what she wants and nothing else. That's what I really liked about the movie. The life of a ballet dancer on and off the stage. And then what else was there? Inception, which was a work of art. That movie, it was just so creative, so original, and it's beaten by vampires. It's it's a bunch of BS. The show. I don't think I'll be ever be watching this again. To be honest, I never really was a big fan of the movie awards, of MTV Movie Awards. To be honest, I found it always to be a joke because music television hosting the movie awards. And yeah, like I said, I like the host Jason. I found him funny at times. I like the Super 8 clip as well as the Harry Potter clip. They were both epic, insane. I can't wait for both of them to come out. Which reminds me, real quick, I just bought my Super 8 tickets for midnight release this Thursday, and I might be doing a vlog for that, so stay tuned for that. But to get back on topic, yeah, just this movie awards was a pile of crap, and very disappointed. I was not shocked by any of this. I just knew. I mean, you can just tell when they were reading off the nominees, the crowd just getting louder and louder when someone would scream Taylor Lautner, Robert Pattinson, or Kristen Stewart, or Twilight. Any one of those names, you can just hear the crowd go crazy, which just gives it away pretty much. So yeah, that's my rant on this whole MTV Movie Awards. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. I'm not a fan of it. I don't even think I'll be watching this anymore. To be honest, who knows? It's totally unfair if you ask me. Yeah, everything suffers because Twilight's such a big name and no one understands really. No one, I don't know. But alright, guys, I have to end this video because I gotta get off the bed because I gotta be up for work early in the morning. So until next time, I'm the movie guy. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys.